In my childhood, I grew up with only a handful of animes and only had small opportunities to watch them after school. Those consisted of mainly two of them, that being Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Beyblade Metal Saga in the late 2000s and early 2010s. Now, this channel isn't necessarily going to be all about that, but I will eventually expand it to other animes in the near future. Let's just say for this new channel, this is some new beginnings, but carrying over some stuff from a previous one. Regardless of my yapping, I want to start this channel off with a Beyblade video, and the story about the Metal Saga's Underdog. Now, we all love a good underdog story involving that aspect of storytelling, and I gotta say they did an amazing job doing so with Kenta. Anyways guys, I hope y'all enjoy this video and this coverage of his story and his development. When I watched the first batch of episodes, my genuine thoughts on Kenta was that he was a cheerleader, but innocent. You didn't really have a reason to hate on the kid. He wanted to become stronger by any means possible because of the inspiration of Jinga. And let's not forget about everyone's favorite idiot in that series, Benkei. Like, literally in the first few episodes, he was benching double my max. Like, I can't disrespect him at all whatsoever. But every battle he was in, you can tell he got stronger, from Benkei to Hikaru, and even that battle royale despite getting injured. He wanted to push through, and he was slowly developing before our very eyes. Getting into Battle Bladers was no joke whatsoever. Only the top bladers of Japan were qualified, along with some fixed rigging from that rat doji. But Kenta showed his strength, beating Tetsuya, but his next opponent is going to have his own video for sure, because I got some shit to say about this guy. Listen bro, if you encounter a white kid and his name is Reggie with an emo hairstyle and snakes as his personality, you are a global threat to society, and schools, please lock your doors when he is on the premises. You got completely destroyed by him, and Reggie had one of the most unique Beyblades ever with Poison Serpent. And that Hiyoma battle is getting its own video as well, which is practically a Reggie video as well. Trust me, I got content on the way, it's just not going to be as rapid or anything like that. But Kenta in that battle showcased the dog in him, and he was standing his ground and he pushed Reggie to use full power. And in that fight fought for you, not spiritually, but I guess physically as well. I can't remember the piece of Libra that was in Sagittario. If y'all can help me out in the comments, I would appreciate that. But despite Reggie winning and trying to destroy his Bey even after the match was over, we knew Kenta was only going to get stronger as the series went on. Metal Masters, however, didn't really show much of it because he got sidelined like a motherfucker in this series. I genuinely cannot remember if he battled that didn't involve the qualifiers and he didn't make the cut. I understand you want to showcase the other bladers from around the world, but come on, give us something to work with involving Kenta. I get he was a part of the final squad getting to Spiral Force or whatever though, but a realistic battle that could have showcased his development could have been good, but Metal Fury changed everything about him, and if you say he was the best character in Fury, I honestly agree with you. He's got to be at least top 3 to 5 for those who don't have him as the best. He starts off being a cheerleader and went on a journey with Jinga, Kyoya, and the others and ran into Ryuga in a volcano looking for the legendary bladers. After Ryuga tossed Jinga, Kyoya, and Yuki, Kenta decided to do something that was going to change the way we looked at him forever. He wanted to help Jinga as much as possible to find these legendary bladers, and he himself said that he was tired of being a cheerleader. But he did something none of us were really expecting, especially Jinga's group. When Ryuga appeared in a small tournament and watched the competition, some little ass kid in an oversized Inspector Gadget outfit pulls up and challenges Ryuga, saying he was a legendary blader and all that. It was Kenta. His plan was to try and get Ryuga to help the other legendary bladers, and the only reason why he did that was because those 3 lost to him battling in the volcano. If one of them won, Ryuga would have helped. Following him wherever and practically starving himself and doing the training Ryuga was doing, not only was he getting hella annoying from Ryuga's point of view, I'm not saying he was getting annoying to us though, he was being a warrior, like legit. It was just from, if you're in Ryuga's shoes, you're finding him annoying. Let me just get that out of the way quick. But he was getting stronger due to that training. When Ryuga told him to leave or hit the road when he finally gave him something to eat, Kenta didn't cower away or anything like that at all. He stood on business and told Ryuga that no matter what happened to him, he will follow him and do whatever it takes for Ryuga to help Jinga and the other bladers. It was all because of the impact Jinga had on Kenta's life. Learning so much more about Beyblade and witnessing what Jinga did from Fusion and all the way to Fury motivated and inspired him to become stronger. He didn't stay sidelined for good or had a little role in anything during this part of the series. I gotta applaud the writers for this because they absolutely unleashed him, and none of us were expecting what he was going to do down the road. Ryuga was fine with it and just said, challenge me anytime, but more importantly, make me take you serious. That right there meant everything to Kenta. That was it. All he needed was something, no matter what it was, for Ryuga to take him serious. When he ran into Tsubasa and were in a battle royale, you can easily tell he was way stronger than what he was before. He even picked up some weird combat or workout gloves or whatever, that's how you knew he was getting serious as time went on. Despite losing, you saw the progress and growth in his battling. And even the Jinga one, this one felt so good and was a great battle in Metal Fury, pushing Jinga, who is a legendary blader, far enough to use his near full power, even unlocking a new special move that he unfortunately missed. Every battle and episode, I was so intrigued to see what was next for him, and his final battles with Ryuga was, in my opinion, Kenta's ultimate moment, because if this doesn't happen, what transpired later doesn't exist. Going through the mud and getting his ass kicked, he didn't give up, even knowing he was gonna lose. This was a now or never moment for Kenta, because him and Ryuga have gone way too far on this journey, and he wanted him gone. The thing was that Kenta's special move, Diving Claw, his new one, worked extremely well on a bay like El Drago. He targeted the area where El Drago could not absorb his power, which was the top of the bay. With a direct hit, Ryuga used his ultimate move and defeated him, but what he saw next was something that Ryuga would never forget: a crack in his bay. No one with El Drago Destructor even left a mark on it, but Kenta, not being a legendary blader, doing that type of damage was, again, something that no one ever did, except for Rago. This, in my opinion, was the shining moment for him, and this was the moment for Ryuga to take Kenta seriously. After losing to Rago, the legendary bladers were outmanned, but with his dying breath, he passed that legendary star fragment to Kenta's bay, which made him evolve into something he worked so hard for, and it was something that all of us watching would never forget, and would easily be one of, if not the most shining moment in the Beyblade Metal Saga. His development was something I never expected when I watched this, but it was something the writers, in my opinion, once again hit a home run on, and didn't sideline him for good, which again, I give all my flowers to them. Kenta embodied what an underdog was, from knowing every battle he was in had little chance of winning. He won some, but lost a lot. He knew he could have done more with what he was doing, and this was the best thing he could have done. Ryuga, of all people, entrusting that power to a little kid that was a cheerleader, evolving into a legendary blader. That one moment meant everything for Kenta, and in Ryuga's words, I promised. What are your thoughts on Kenta and his development? Where do you rank him as a character in the Beyblade Metal Saga? And where do you rank him as a legendary blader in terms of being the strongest out of the 10 or remaining 9 now that Rago's done for? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and be sure to leave a like on this video to help it get into the algorithm, and more importantly, subscribe to the channel for more Beyblade content and Yu-Gi-Oh content in the near future. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, and much love.